Alrighty, next grammar and vocab lesson. We're continuing with verbs. So we are going to talk about progressive verb tenses. So this is when a writer uses progressive verbs when they want to show an action progressing or continuing over a period of time. So the verb in each sentence will have two parts, a main verb ending with ing and a helping verb in a form of the verb be. So present progressive is the verb is in the present tense. Past progressive is the verb is in the past. And future progressive is the verb will be going on in the future. And it has two helping verbs, will and be. Now, some of you might be asking, what about forming past, present, and future tenses of the word be? Present tense, you use the word is when the subject is a singular noun or the pronoun her, she, or it. Use are when the subject is a plural noun or the pronoun we, you, or they. Use am when the subject is I. That's if you want it in present tense. If you want it in past tense, you need to use the word was when the subject is a singular noun or the pronoun I, he, she, or it. You're going to use the verb were when the subject is a plural noun or the pronoun we, you, or they. If you want it to be in future tense, you are going to use the helping verb will with the word be, no matter what the subject is. Okay? I know that can be a little confusing and a little tricky, but make sure you take your time to read through that again. Okay, so just think of it. So if I had this sentence, right now, Mr. and Mrs. Demeterio are eating at their favorite restaurant. If I want to know what they're doing, what tense would they be in? Because I know my verb is eating, and so they are eating at their favorite restaurant. So what tense is my verb? Okay, you got to think of it that way. Okay. So on the next slide, I have a paragraph that I want you to read through. And on that paragraph, you're going to fill in the blanks. Okay, you're going to fill in the blanks on this Edpuzzle, and you're going to type in the words at that spot, at that blank. Okay, you're going to use a word box at the top. So there's 6 words at the top that you're going to use, and you're only going to use one of those words once. Okay, we're working on progressive verb tenses. So if you have questions, you need to make sure you raise your hand and ask. If you aren't understanding what it is that we're talking about, please ask. Like I said, each word will be used once. Okay. Now, remember, let's go back and review. When are you make sure you review this slide right here, talking about what words you use when you're in the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense. So remember, in future, you're going to use a helping verb will with the word be or the form of be, no matter what the subject is. So for example, it will be continuing through the weekend. That is showing like future progressive. So that's showing the future tense. Okay. Past, use was when the subject is a singular noun or pronoun I, he, she, or it. Or use the word were when the subject is a plural noun or a pronoun we, you, or they. Or you're going to use present tense when use the word is when the subject is a singular noun or the pronoun her, she, or it. Use the word are when the subject is a plural noun or the pronoun we, you, or they. Use am when the subject is I. Okay? Go back to these slides if you are confused or have problems or need questions. Okay? Here is your paragraph that you need to read through. There's 6 different answered blanks, and there are 6 different words in the word box. Please take your time and do this correctly. Okay? When you are finished, you're going to grab a worksheet off the back counter and put your name on it. I can't stress that enough. Put your name on it. Please take your time on this worksheet and do quality work, and make sure you read all directions. Okay? Some of us haven't been reading our directions, and we need to read the directions. If you don't understand the directions, raise your hand and ask. Okay? Turn it in when you get it done, or if it's not done, then it's homework. Okay? Please, if you have questions, raise your hand and ask.